Good evening, VB Nation. My name is Ryan. Welcome to the channel. Now, it's a pleasure always giving you these 6 p.m. videos, trying to keep you on the right side of the market. Now, tonight's presentation, with the market pulling back, I'm not going to tell you, buy this, buy that. We're actually going to take a look at a lot of different charts this evening, looking at the major indices, looking at gold, oil. What are these spaces doing? And on top of that, the Ethereum ETF approval looks like it's going to get the green light as of now. Now, that being said, I do see some potential stocks that could benefit from that approval, well, other than Ethereum itself, that being the logical choice, right? So let's go ahead and jump in the software, show you the charts, and let's make some money. Now, we're on the homepage of the VectorVest 7 software. This focuses on the market timing. You see with the major indices down today, the Dow Jones 300 points in the negative right now. The VectorVest composite, again, this tracks over 9,000 stocks, give us a much better and broader representation of the overall market. It's also down today almost 1% here, 0.77. Thus, the market timing gauge is bearish. You see red lights across the board here. I'm just looking at the color guard, which tracks the trends of these proprietary market timing indicators. Nothing good here. This is a very easy system. When you see green lights, the market is rising. When you see red lights, the market is falling. If you see yellow lights, that's usually a transitional period. You can see right now, just yellow and red lights appear in the color guard. Even the top industries all appear to be in the negative today, while apparel shoes is holding its ground ever so slightly at just 0.1%. So let's go ahead and jump in the charts. Now you see why I'm not advocating to buy any stocks right now. Just want to keep you on the right side of the market. Now, the first chart we got up here is the VVC, or VectorVest Composite. Again, it's just 9,000 stocks all jumbled together. It's like combining the NASDAQ, the S&P, all in one major composite. Now, a couple weeks ago, I did come out with a video talking about this potential for a double top here. You can see the level of resistance coming in at the high, right at $67.17. Since the retracement from that double top, you can see price action continuing to retreat as of today. The 3 is below the 8-day exponential moving average, and price action just crossed below that 20-day exponential moving average. Now, as far as a level support here, I'm looking for the VectorVest Composite to find in that zone around 64.88 to the bottom of that zone at 64.43. Next up, we do see the 3-day moving average converging close to that 8-day exponential moving average. So if you're a swing trader, you can see the momentum here starting to wane right now. Really just want to see price action remain above this 20-day exponential moving average, and that's very close to the prior swing high, around $524. Now, last up is going to be the Qs, the NASDAQ 100. I know a lot of people are either holding this position or holding some of the stocks within the NASDAQ 100 itself. Now, you can see the 3, it remains above the 8-day exponential moving average. I see a nice bodied candlestick today, so buyers are in control right now. Now, as far as something to look at, price action broke above this prior swing high here. However, there wasn't really much of a retest, so I wouldn't be surprised if the market wanted to give that retest around 448. You can see the 20-day exponential moving average right around that price as well, so just take a look out for that as a level of support if the NASDAQ 100 decides to retreat. All right, now it's time to talk oil, petroleum, however you want to call it, but this is the sector graph, so it takes all of the petroleum stocks in our database, combines them together, so that way we get a good representation of the space as a whole. Now, that being said here, you can see what's forming as a symmetrical triangle. If I scroll this over here, you can see that's this one right here. You can see the pattern, so let's go back. Here we got 2 touches, and we've got 4 touches on the top line here at 1, 2, 3, 4. So essentially, you just want to wait for the breakout. Typically, it is a breakout to the upside, or ideally that would be the case. And I have a feeling buying petroleum stocks on this dip going into summer is not a bad idea. Now, you can see the reason right behind me here. The NOAA has released its forecast for this 2024 hurricane season, and it's the most aggressive forecast year to date. Now, you can see here they're predicting between 8 and 13 hurricane storms. 4 to 7 of those will be a Category 3+. Now, this affects petroleum simply because of the Gulf, the location of Texas, the supply chain to the rest of the country. If you ever notice that when a hurricane comes through, gas prices tend to rise. So if you're comfortable, you can play this strategy, but I do see if the forecast is correct, that will cause a lot of troubles for the Southeast and affect petroleum prices. All right, next up, we're going to talk about gold. We've got the HUI, the HUI. This is the Gold Bugs Index. This is our preferred way to track gold, and I have the Midas Touch layout. Now, the Midas Touch layout takes a look at 2 moving averages of our stop price, giving us a sense of trend, and then down below, we have 2 moving averages of RT, giving us a sense of trigger. You can see here, the trend is clearly in our favor when it comes to the HUI. However, we are starting to lose momentum to the upside here. You're seeing that 5-day moving average converge to that 40-day moving average average of RT, showing that the upside momentum is waning. Now, I do have a spot ETF here, the Spider GLDM. You can see the same scenario here. Trend is in our favor right now. However, we do see the 5-day cross below the 40-day moving average several days ago, and the hold ratings are starting to appear here after a nice strong buy rating. So we're starting to see a little bit of weakness in gold. Not surprised, it's had a huge rally. I definitely see more upside potential in this year, so keep an eye on gold. It's a little early right now, but I have a feeling buying on this pullback in the near future may work out pretty well. Now, if you've missed the big news over this past holiday weekend, that is that the Ethereum ETF seems to have gotten approval. You can see here by CoinDesk, the leverage Ether ETF to start trading June 4th, along with big price predictions here. You see Market Business Insider, Ethereum price to surge 500% this cycle. Now that's pretty optimistic even by my means. I don't think it's going to go up 500%, but like I said, there's two stocks that I want to show you. If you're not going to play Ethereum itself, there are two stocks that can definitely benefit from this ETF approval. All right, first up out of these two positions is going to be Hood. That's right, Robinhood, the trading platform. I mean, this brought crypto to the masses, so at no surprise, if there's an Ethereum ETF approval, a lot of investors on the Robinhood app will definitely partake in this event. Now you can see here Hood on the rise over the past several weeks, closing right now at $20.56. I really want to just take out this high if you're not already in this position at $21.21. If you are already in the position, the 3 is above the 8-day exponential moving average, price action above the 20-day exponential moving average. So everything looks good from a price point here. Now I do see volume starting to taper off. So if buyers do take control and we get a new high, I just want to see a good strong volume on that day showing me conviction. Now from a fundamental standpoint, you can see the growth rate in earnings, GRT, and our forecasted earnings per share both on the rise over the last 3 months. Now the second position here, no surprise, going to be Coinbase Global. After looking at this position, look, it broke its downward trend line a couple trading sessions ago. Price action on the rise since then, 3 above the 8, and the price currently sits at 236 right now, above the 20-day exponential moving average. So I do like the technicals on this position right now. And even from a fundamental standpoint, I mean, look at this GRT, growth rate and earnings, sitting at 28%, and the earnings per share here on the rise over the last 3 months. So these two stocks, definitely have them on your radar, as I have a feeling they're very likely to benefit from this ETF approval when it comes to Ethereum. All right, VV Nation, I'm not going to cover any more. We covered crypto, oil, gold, the major indices, you know, the SPY, QQQ, VectorVest Composite. We covered a lot this evening. Now, if you liked this video, if you felt like it put you on the right side of the market, gave you some ideas for potential trades this summer, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, share it amongst your social circles so that way other people can make money as well. Have a good night.